BalanceWare, next-generation trial balance software, designed for the pressures of a demanding tax season. Welcome to the fourth in our series of 7 StatementWriter videos, where we'll discuss the methods used to produce statement columns and generate percentages. This is a continuation of the previous, basic editing video, so we'll start on the Lines tab. In the previous video, we reviewed the use of accumulators. When designing the current year balance sheet, we used accumulators 2 and 3. Both accumulators are accumulating column 1 amounts. Accumulator 2 is used for subtotals, such as current assets. Accumulator 3 is used for statement totals like total assets. Keeping in mind that the accumulators are accumulating values from column 1, and taking a closer look at our equity section, there are no numbers in column 1 and therefore nothing to accumulate. There are several solutions to this apparent dilemma. We chose the solution which reveals most of the additional features, on the Lines tab. The solution is use accumulator 2 to accumulate the second column, thereby providing a subtotal for total stockholder equity. Accumulator 3, which is used for the total liabilities and equity line, is not modified. In column 1, we mirrored the accounts in column 2, thereby updating accumulator 3. We also flagged the column 1 amounts as non-printing lines. Using a line filter, we will limit the list to the non-printed lines, used to populate amounts in column 1. Remember? We are doing this to update accumulator 3, total liabilities and equity. Editing line 44, we've used the accounts method on column 1. Instead of using the scroll bar to reveal the selected accounts, I'm going to invoke the expand wizard. A wizard because it is available for multiple methods and performs multiple functions, depending on the method selected. For accounts, the expand wizard displays the account selected, and also allows for edits, using checkboxes instead of a combo box. Also note, since we do not want this line to print, the print switch has been turned off. Column 1 in line 45 is a reference to another statement. Editing line 45, we can use the expand wizard to drill down on the reference. We are referencing the retained earnings statement, line 4 column 2. And once again, we've turned off the print switch. We have reviewed all of the amount line type column methods, except name selections and column differences. Name selections are created on the Name Selections tab, and are simply a collection of account balances. In the sample StatementWriter company, there is one name selection, net income, and, as the name implies, consists of all the income statement accounts. The net income name selection is used on the retained earnings statements. I'll PDF one of the retained earnings statements, and this statement also uses a column difference, as well. This is a simple 3-column, retained earnings statement, which uses a combination of methods. The first line is retained earnings at the beginning of the current year in column 1, and the prior year, in column 2. Net income is added, resulting in the end of period retained earnings. Column 3 contains differences. We are using simple accumulators on this report. Each column is using its respective accumulator number 1, which is applied on line 6, retained earnings at end of period. On line 4, column 1 and 2 are accounts type. Column 3 is a difference column type, defined as the difference between columns 2 and 1. We can edit this setting in a different view using the expand wizard, which offers a possibly easier way to drill down to the desired column. Additionally, the entire column on the statement can be autofilled using the wizard. Notice, we are making extensive use of variables on these lines, which is covered in part 2 of this series. For line 5, the name selection method is used for columns 1 and 2. In column 1, the year-to-date period is selected. In column 2, the prior year, year-to-date has been selected. Column 3 is a difference column, which could have been manually created or auto-filled from another line. Line 6, the last line on this statement, uses accumulator values in all 3 columns. There are a few editing controls we have yet to mention, including the column formatting options, with which you can underline, bold, italicize and reverse the sign of column values. The copy button copies a column to another column, which can be useful, for instance, when designing interim income statements. The clear button clears the selected column's settings. Note that edits are not committed unless the update button is selected to terminate the edit. Lastly, for the editing section, the accumulate option is normally checked. Unchecking the accumulate button suspends all accumulators for the line, akin to skipping the line. This feature is handy, possibly, under rare circumstances. Alright, the last thing I want to cover is percentage columns. We'll load the interim, comparative financial statement which uses percentages extensively. Using the expand lines option, and scrolling down to some active columns, reveals a lot of new data about this statement. In addition to balances for each column, the percentage combo boxes are enabled. The combo box is populated with every column, on every line, that has a value. The column chosen should be the divisor of the percentage calculation. For example, net sales, on an income statement. Notice, the expand wizard is activated when a percentage field is selected. The wizard not only allows for edits to the percentage field, but provides multiple autofill options, such as fill up, fill down, and an option to keep or replace existing settings. In the next video in this series, we'll discover the advantages of using groups to PDF and print related statements. We hope you find our 3-minute videos informative. Visit us on the web for the latest developments. Why not download our 30-day free trial? And please, let us know what you think. We value your feedback. Till next time, this is Tex Tilson for BalanceWare. Powerful tools to help you manage engagements.